G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this NBA 2K25 Play Now Online series, where I just talk about the team that I'm playing with. And in today's video, we're going to be rocking with the Washington Wizards. This gameplay was from a little while ago, as you can see, I haven't uploaded in a little bit, but I did have some old gameplay. So this is from Season 1 still. I think it's just ticked over into Season 2 now, but this was a little bit ago. But hopefully we can get the win here with the Wizards, as I do want to win with every team. You see my record, you see his record, and I'm going to jump straight into the second half here. But before we get into it, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help me out, and I really appreciate any feedback given to me, and just gives me motivation to keep pumping out these videos. And we're going to be talking about the Washington Wizards. Not going to lie, I'm not really an expert on them. All I know is that they are trying to lose, basically. That's the simplest way to put it. I feel like they missed the boat when they had a chance to tank for Wemby. They didn't do it that year, and I believe they finished still below 500, but they weren't like down in the dumps enough to really get him. But at least they've finally picked a direction now. I still think it was a mistake not to trade Kuzma a year or two ago. I don't think he's really going to get any better. And Jordan Poole is basically the tank commander. Hopefully he can play a decent season this year, because last year he was atrocious. But the first game he played against Boston, it wasn't too bad, at least looking from the stats, and I think he had 17 in the first quarter, so a little bit of hope there. But besides that, there's not a lot going on in Washington. You just want to hope that Alex Sarr shows something, the number 2 overall pick, I believe he was. And then they've also got some veterans in Malcolm Brogdon and Jonas Valanciunas, who could possibly get traded away midway through the season, hopefully for some value. And then you just got to hope that some players develop. I mean, who else have they got? I know they've got Koulibaly. I think they drafted a guy called Johnny Davis a couple years ago, who I've never even seen play. And then they've got a bunch of other guys who I've never really even heard of. Kispert could be a solid player eventually, but he's really got to work on his defense and playmaking, because he's a knockdown 3-point shooter, but I think that's basically all he can do. But yeah, let me know what you guys think Washington can do this season or going forward. Are they in a good spot? Or do you think, like me, and they're just basically trying to get Cooper Flag next year, which isn't a bad strategy, to be honest. I mean, look at their roster. They're built to lose. Let's be real here. I don't see too many wins on the horizon for Washington, so it's going to be a rough season. But hopefully Alex Sarr, you just want to see some good stuff out of the youngsters like Alex Sarr, and hope he can, maybe win Rookie of the Year or something. Give Washington fans some hope for the future, because it's not looking too bright for them at the moment. But anyway, this game was quite tough. As you saw, we were basically level heading into the second half. My opponent's not too bad. I can't remember what his record was at the start of the vid, but I feel like he had a lot of games played, so he shouldn't be the worst player, but he's kind of hard to break away from it. And he is using the Bulls. I mean, the Bulls aren't a great team by any means, but they are one of the better Tier 3 teams, especially compared to Washington, although I don't really know, actually. It's 2K. It's just whoever you're comfortable with using, as I'm going to give it to Jonas Valanciunas here, and I'm basically just going to talk about the gameplay from here on out, because Washington don't have much to look forward to. They're basically trying to lose, and they just want to get that number 1 pick going forward. But anyway, we're down by 1 now. We could just talk about Chicago a bit as well. It was good to see Lonzo back on the court finally after the 2 years he didn't have off. He was recovering. But I don't think he's going to be playing in the next game. I believe it's a back-to-back, so they obviously, understandably, they want to take it slow and make sure he has no setbacks. But Chicago, I don't see a lot for them either. I mean, it's going to be interesting, the fit with Kobe White and Giddey, along with Lonzo when he does get on the court, as well as Zach LaVine, obviously, who was rumored to be traded for quite a while now and doesn't look like he's going anywhere, at least not yet. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets all the opportunities and all the shots in that team. You see we're down by 3 now, heading into the last couple of minutes of the third, so it's looking a little dire for us. But we still have a chance, and that's all we want, because 3 points to get for a win with this team is definitely good news for us. But we didn't really make any progress on the leaderboard or anything like that. Definitely didn't play enough. But I am looking at the other teams I'm still yet to use, because I do want to talk about obviously every team. Then I also want to get a win with every team, so I'm going to have to go back And play, I think, with Portland again. I uploaded that one where I ended up losing as Portland, and I think it might have been against Chicago as well, or maybe it was against San Antonio. I can't really remember. But as you saw my record, I have had a couple of losses. I just haven't uploaded all of them, at least not yet anyway. Who knows, they could be coming out in the future. That's another Washington youngster. I forgot Koulibaly. I'm not sure if I mentioned him. I think I did earlier. But as you see there, Kispert knocking down the 3 and he ties it up. We play decent help defense there with, I think that's Marvin Bagley. We get it to Jordan Poole. What's he going to do? He's going to go all the way for the layup. But he bricked it. Unbelievable. I thought for sure that was going in, especially on 2K where the layups seem to be a bit strong at the moment. It's going to be Io again. Little pick and roll. But good defense again there from Bagley. And Bagley, it feels like he's on his 6th team already, and he's not even old. I don't think anyway. Feels like he's old, but I don't think he is. But we missed the open shot there, and it's a tied game. And I think that's Buzelis who's going to go in and slam it down and give Chicago the lead with 12 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. We give it to JP. Jordan Poole, the NBA champion Jordan Poole, gives it back to Bagley, and a good little fading midi there from the big fella as we tie it back up. But they're going to have a chance again through Buzelis, and he's drawn the foul and won. Just ridiculous. I don't know what sort of animation that was, but I think that's basically just based on ratings, and Jordan Poole basically have no defense whatsoever, but he does miss the free throw. We have a chance to take the lead there with a half-court buzzer beater, but it's no good. And we are going to go into the 4th quarter down by 2, but still very winnable, and hopefully we can get the win here. But as I said before, guys, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Really help me out, and let me know what teams you want me to rock with, or what teams you're enjoying using on 2K this year, especially in the Play Now Online mode. I know it's not a very popular mode. I feel like a lot of people have ditched it, especially this year. I think popular YouTubers like Wavy and stuff aren't really enjoying it because of multiple reasons, not just the gameplay, but also the mode. They haven't really added anything. You just unlock the same teams, and you can't use the same team twice in a row if you win, which is a little bit disappointing. I mean, I definitely feel like you shouldn't be allowed to use the same team every single time, but not twice in a row. Like, that's pretty rough. What if you make a guy rage quit, or he quits in the 1st quarter, then you just can't use that team again for 5 games? Seems a little bit unfair if you ask me, but let me know down in the comments what you think. As you see, my opponent commits a silly turnover there. Backcourt violation. And you see Malcolm Brogdon's stats there. 6 points, 9 assists, so a decent game for him. We're going to get it to Kispert again. Open for 3, but he's going to miss it. I've just got to learn to time my shots. I should probably play with the meter off. Because I'm playing with so many different players in Play Now, I just like having the meter on to help me with their funky ass releases. But you see Sarr there, and he looks like a big boy, especially in 2K. His player model is huge. As we get it out to Sadiq Bey, and he's going to get the white to fall, so pretty lucky there. And that's another reason I'm playing on normal risk, normal reward. I think most people have made the switch back to high risk now after they're getting used to the game, but you never really know what's best. I mean, 2K always putting out weird patches and always breaking something to do with the game. But best believe if there's a little VC method, they would definitely patch that within the hour, that's for sure. They can't be letting anyone earn VC at a semi-decent rate. That's not what 2K is about. But anyway, Brogdon going to go all the way here. Gets his 8th point. He's also got 10 assists, so on track for that double-double. Just needs one more basket. As you see, we switched to a bit of a zone. Been mixing it up a little bit. I don't really like going to zone, but when I feel like my opponent can't shoot, and I feel like the paint's just so OP at this point in the game, I really want to force him to try to hit some outside shots. And you see there, Patrick Williams somehow gets the rebound. They kick it to Zach LaVine wide open, and you could tell he timed that horribly as he's bricked that. We're up by 9 now, about to take a double-digit lead. Sadiq Bey looks like he took off from a bit too far away from the hoop there, but he gets it to go, and we're up. All of a sudden, we're up by 11 points. I don't think my opponent scored in this last quarter, and we're making him look silly now as Kispert stops for 3, and he hits it. Another white. A little bit disrespectful. I probably should have gone in for the layup, but I thought I was up by enough, so I'd try to pull the 3 and work on my shooting, which I obviously need to work on a little bit more there. Looking at that jump shot, not greening that, don't know how I didn't. But anyway, Josh Giddey, my fellow Australian, kicks it to Zach LaVine again. He's going to brick another one from the outside. And Kispert, running down the court, waits for Rashawn Holmes. There's another player who I didn't even know was on Washington, so it feels like that's the type of team Washington's going to be. They're just kind of random dudes who you didn't even know were still in the league are going to get minutes and plays. But you never know, they can turn that opportunity into some money, or they can get a new position on another team they can get traded for. As we're going to find Sahi, can he shoot the deep ball? No, Rickett, as he bricks it. Not known for his shooting. But Patrick Williams, I think that is going to brick that one. But Vucevic is right there to clean up the mess. He's going to put that one down. So we're up by 12 with just under 2 minutes to go. This one's pretty much a wrap. As I'm going to try to throw a little oop here, but I totally butchered that. Should have just pulled up with Brogdon, but this one's over. Although Giddey hits a 3 there, so you never know. He's got the full court press going, so he hasn't given up. But we just need to run this one out, not do anything silly. As we do still want to get the win. We don't want to throw this away like I have done in the past. But anyway, we're going to call a little play here for Kispert. We get it to him, but Giddey was tight enough on him. He's reached and committed a silly foul there. And that's going to give us a few more seconds on the shot clock. As we are going to get the win here. Yeah, wrapping up the end of this vid, guys. My prediction for the Wizards. Ooh, I'm trying to think what their over-under was. I think it was about 23.5. And if it was that, I think I'd go the under, to be honest. I'm not sure if I see Washington winning over 20, to be honest. I mean, I know there is some absolute terrible teams in both conferences, but I feel like Washington could be a special breed this season, and I think I'm going to predict them to go 18 and 64. I'll throw that number out there and we'll see if I'm right. If I am, come back to this video and let me know. Comment down below and let me know your prediction for how many wins they're going to get this season. Because I'm going to shoot the 3 here with Kuzma. Slightly late, but it goes in, so I've hit quite a few whites this video. So I know my opponent's fuming. I wouldn't blame him, but I definitely am the better player out of us two. As Zach LaVine gets the little layup to go there over Valanciunas. Don't know how I didn't block that, to be honest. Although I do know that Jonas doesn't have a crazy vert or anything like that. As we're going to get it to Saddiq Bey, he's going to knock down another 3. And with 18 seconds to go, this one is all she wrote. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.